I'm John Vaughn. I'm the founder and CEO of the software development firm Tier5. And I just wanted to take a little bit of time, a few minutes of your time since you're here, and explain this whole thing to you because a lot of people keep asking me. So I want to make sure that you're clear. So just pay attention and you should understand everything and you'll know immediately if this is for you or if this is not for you. So like I said, I'm John Vaughn. I'm the founder and CEO of the software development firm Tier5. So the first thing that you need to know is a little bit about Tier5 and what it is that we actually do. All right. So Tier5 is a software development firm, and as you can imagine, we build software. It's what we love to do. I'm a software engineer. We have right at 34 full-time software engineers that work for us. All right, and that's what we do is we build software because we love software. So we specifically build SaaS software. All right, so inside Tier5, there's literally 34 people. And what they do is they sit every day and they build software that kind of comes out of my brain and comes out of other people's brains as well. And they produce that software. And that software goes out into the world. And because that software is out in there in the world, there's little people and they see that software and they're like, this is a really good software. I think I want to use the software. So they pay some money and they use that software. It's a beautiful model. It's called SaaS. It's very popular in the world. So that's what Tier5 does. That's what we've been doing for the last 3 years. For the last 3 years, essentially what we've been doing is we've been building these different SaaS products. And some of these SaaS products are for our clients. So we'll have essentially a client, and that client will essentially see this whole model over here where there's a software and a user's like, oh, look at that software. It's great. I think I'll pay some money to use it every single month. And it creates residual income. And those clients, they see that model and they're like, wow, this is a beautiful model. So they come to us and they pay us money. And then we create this software for them and they continue on in their little model. And people look at their software and they're like, oh, that's great. I think I'll pay some money to use that every single month. And they buy that software and the client gets that money. All right, so now for the last 3 years, we've essentially been making these softwares for our clients, and we've made a little bit over 40 of those softwares for our clients in the last 3 years. And we've been making these softwares back in the background, trying not to be really big all over the internet and let the internet kind of see who we are. And we've just been making these softwares for ourselves. All right, so that is Tier5. That is how we've made money for the last 3 years. We've had clients come in and want to have softwares like this and want to have this model, want to have their own softwares where they can get users through marketing. And we don't do marketing, by the way. So none of us are marketers. We're all just software engineers, and they come pay us. We build the software for them. They get some marketing done. They get some users, and they start making money, and they're really happy. Some of them have actually come back to us multiple times and had us make multiple softwares for them. So that's a brief history of Tier5, the company, what it is, what we do, how it works. All right. Now, some time ago, 3 years ago, we started, and right at 6 months ago, we started a concept called the Tier5 community. All right. So we started this concept called the Tier5 community. And what that Tier5 community is remember these softwares over here that we've made for users to come in. We've got 7 of those softwares. So what the Tier5 community has been able to do is they're able to get all these softwares for a much lower price than they would have to buy if they went and purchased all those softwares on their own. And the reason that we give them such a great deal is a reason that's really important in the SaaS industry is because as we go in and we build softwares and there's these people out here, all right, and they're going to look at this software and they're going to decide to pay some money for it. We want to make sure that that's a really perfect software for them and that they like paying this amount of money. So what we do is we take these softwares that we've created, and before we send them out here to this marketplace where all these people are at in the market wanting to buy up these softwares, we first just take that software and we drop it in here to these guys. And we let them go in, as long as they agree to go in and test that software and use that software and make sure that that software is perfect and ready to go out to these normal people out in the market. We just give that to them at no additional cost. So this new software that we have, it actually ends up getting tested and getting fully ready so that these guys are willing to pay money for it, and they're more than happy to part with that value of that currency for the utility that they get from using the software, which could be leads, it could be saving time, it could be creating things on the internet. All right, so that's what they do. They act as a filter to make sure that these normal users are happy all the time and they're willing to pay this. And the benefit that they get is they don't have to pay, like this user right here would have to go in, and what he would have to do is he would have to buy this software and this software and that software and that software, and that would cost him lots of monies. But these community members, because basically what they do is they make sure that these softwares are ready for this user to go in and happily pay these amounts of money. They only have to pay one small little fee and they get access to everything. All right. Now, since our softwares go out into the market and they're really perfect for these users, it becomes really easy to sell them. All right. So then we also allow these community members to act as our sales and distribution channel, where they can actually go out on our behalf so that we don't have to do marketing, because we don't really like marketing. We kind of just love software engineering. They can go out and they can actually find these customers for us, and these customers will give us some money, and we'll in turn pay back some of that money back to our community member for finding us the customer. So essentially they go in and test all the software, they make sure it's great and ready for our customers to use it, and then they also optionally, if they want, they can go out and actually promote the software and find our users for us, and we'll pay them some money for that. So that's what the Tier 5 community is all about. All right, now what I get asked a lot is, what is the difference between the Tier 5 community and the Tier 5 partnership? So, started this community, the Tier 5 community, all right? And then we also started this other thing, all right? And it's called the Tier 5 partnership. And this is kind of how this whole model works. Now, the partners, on the other hand, what the partners do is they give us money and they fund the company. They're essentially silent partners, equity holders in our company. They don't really get to tell us what to do, so they don't own us and control us and say, hey, you guys have to do this. They let our genius just naturally come out because they believe in the tools and the things that we built and our mission to really help the world and make it more positive with technology. So they agree to give us all the money that we need to happily operate and just do what we love to do, which is build amazing software. And because they do that, we give them unlimited access to all this software. We also pay them a very high rate of commission if they find us community members. We also allow them to take our softwares and use them to grow their business and actually redistribute them and essentially sell them without paying us any money at all, so that they can grow their business because they're already taking care of us. All right. Now, Ah, sorry about that. My hand just ran out of battery. So now that I have 2 working hands again with my virtual self, where were we? Oh yeah, so we let them go in and sell these softwares and build their business with them, and they can keep all the money. We don't need that money because they're our partners. They support us. They help us actually fulfill our true passion, which is bringing amazing software to you guys that works right at an amazing price. All right, so now, the huge benefit that the partners get. Oh no, my other hand's gonna die. The huge benefit that the other partners get is. You just wait 1 second, okay? Let me get my other hand. Let me get my other hand. My other hand is dead right now. All right. Facebook is about to say, "Hey, your hand is dead, John. You got a dead hand." What that means is the battery in my remote control needs to be replaced. My hand is dead, all right? So if you're wondering what's going on in this video right now, don't worry. By the time you're seeing this, it will be fully edited and you won't even know that. You won't even know that my hand died. You probably don't even know that I have hands. Can you see my legs? I don't have legs. Now I have 2 hands. Ha. Ha. I've got 2 hands now. 2 hands. I've got 2 whole hands. Great. So hopefully you've understood all of this so far. All right? So now, we don't do marketing, by the way. But if we did do marketing, let's say you've got these customers out there in the market and they're looking for some software. All right. Now they can either find it on their own from all our other customers talking about how great and awesome that it is, or one of these community members here. Oh no. One of these community members here, they can go out and find this customer and they can introduce them to this software. All right. So that customer is going to get introduced to that software. Yeah. And they're going to pay some money. And guess what happens with that money? Well, that money is going to come in and it's going to go into this thing right here. It's going to go into the Tier 5 partnership. We're going to take all that money. We're going to pay it right back to the Tier 5 partners. So some of it's going to possibly go to this community member who found us this customer, or it's either going to go all straight down to the Tier 5 partnership. All right. So Tier 5 keeps 25%. And the partners keep everything else. So we keep 25% of all these sales that are coming in. And we're either giving back the money right back to our community members. And remember what they're doing. They're actually, well, one, they get all our software. So we build and build and build software. Remember, right now, if you can remember the very beginning, and hopefully you can remember the very beginning. Can you remember the very beginning? That is the difference between the community and the partnership. I got a little dab of green right there. So you got us, software development firm. We've been here for 3 years, you know? We've been here for 3 years just building software. Now, there's 30 of us, actually 34 of us. We just been here building software. what we've been doing is we've been building different softwares. Specifically, right now, we've got 7 of them of our own, and we've built a whole lot of different softwares for our clients. All right. So for the last 3 years, clients have been paying us money to build them software. And we've also at the same time been building up a little arsenal of our own software products because this is the best model to build a software and then have some user go in and look at the different softwares and then, pay some money every single month, because that's residual. That's really, if you run a business, you probably know that cash flow and the predictable income is one of the things that really drive your business. And you probably spend a lot of time looking at accounts and looking at revenue and seeing, okay, when's money going to come in? And this SaaS model allows you to really forecast that, because you can see as long as you keep all of these users happy and you're providing a utility and you're staying up to date with competition, then guess what? They are just going to keep paying that money every single month to continue getting that benefit, because it's more valuable for them to do that than not use this software. And I'm sure you can probably relate, because you yourself probably pay for lots of different softwares to use right now. And if they just kicked you out of that software and said, no, you can't use it anymore, you would probably freak out and be like, oh, I gotta find another software. Where's another software? I need more software. Everybody needs more software. I mean, just tell me that you couldn't use any more software right now. If I had some really great software, wouldn't you buy that? I know you would for real buy it. You know how I know? Because I'm always asking you guys on Facebook, would you like this software? Would you buy this software? And guess what you're always telling me? Yeah, we would buy that software. Make us that software. And guess what we do? All 34 of us. Guess what we love to do? Do you know what we love to do? Well, we like to think about the problems in the world, and we like to process them in our brains because there's an intellectual power in there, and we like to think, and then we like to put on our clown nose. Can I actually put this on as a clown nose? Oh yeah, now I'm a clown. Oh, hold on. It's like more of a, got it in my, there we go. Now I'm a, now I'm a clown. We build software. I know you guessed it, right? So you guessed it. We build software. And as of January 1st, 2019, guess what? We no longer build software for those guys. We just gone. All those clients are gone. So now we only build softwares for ourselves. What happened to all those clients? Well, guess what? We turned them into Tier 5 partners. We said, hey, we don't want clients. We want to have partners. We're going to build. Hey, we found our users and we're like, don't you guys love using our software? Wouldn't you just like to be able to sell them and keep all the money? Wouldn't you like to just like us give you 75% of all the money that we make? And you guys just enable us to build more software? Because really, to be quite honest, we don't want to be out there just driving around Lamborghinis, shooting craps and rolling diamonds all over the place. We really just want to build software, guys. Like, that's our dream. Can you just let us build software? And our partners were like, yeah, sure. You guys just keep building that and make millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. And we'll take 75% of that. And we were like, yeah, great. That sounds like a great deal, because we don't really want that money, to be honest. I mean, we really just want to make more software. And if we build enough of it, even that 25% will be enough for us to keep growing and get even more smarter people and even other people who are passionate about the exact same thing, which is solving all the problems of humanity with technology, starting with mundane daily things that are preoccupying your mind so that you can't actually fix bigger core problems in the world. So that's what we did. So we got the Tier 5 partners, And the tier 5 partners, they come in and they pay a monthly fee. And for that monthly fee is enough to cover all our operating costs so that we can keep building new software, and for us to actually expand and build new software at a faster rate. So they agree to that. We build out all the software, and then we take that software, we dish it out to the tier 5 community. They go in and they test it all out, and they make sure that it's all working and it's all great and it's all ready to go, and that we could actually take that software and what could we do with it? Well, now we take that new software, got that little software ideal. We're like, hey, we're going to build this software. And we kind of asked our partners, like, hey, what do you guys think about this software? Do you think you guys can sell it? Is it going to provide value to your own lives? You want it? We asked these guys, like, what do you guys think? And they're all like, hell yeah, this is awesome software. Build this software. So we're like, all right, cool, because we was going to build it anyways. Thanks a lot. So we go out and build it, and then we give it to these guys, and we're like, hey, you know what? We're not going to charge you any money for this software, but you got to go in there. You got to test it out. You got to help us make sure that it's perfect we need it to be perfect. We need it to be perfect for all of these guys. Well, let's not make them white because our partners are white. We're just going to make these. These are the users, the normal users. And we do fight for the users, and we do love the users, because the users go in and they make this monetary exchange in exchange for utility of these different softwares. All right. So we're like, hey, we're going to give this software to these guys and get them to give them money for us. So just make sure it's perfect for those guys, and we're not going to charge you any extra money. So, within the course of the year, you're going to get more and more softwares that are going to, as time goes on, you're just going to have every software that you've ever needed in your life, and you're not going to have to pay any extra money for it, because you helped us prepare it to go out to these guys so that they would pay us money for it. And on top of that, guess what else? On top of that, if you find us these guys right here, we're going to pay you commission. How do I have 2 pins right now? That's insane. I never had 2 pins before. I've had 2 hands. So yeah, we're going to pay you commission. We're going to pay these guys commission. So they get commission. They basically beta test. They test their software, make sure it's perfect. They're able to sell and distribute it, basically do our marketing for us and find us customers. In exchange for that, we'll pay them. And essentially that money comes in, and whenever that money comes in, some of it goes in to the community member, some of it comes in to the partnership, and then finally some of it comes in to Tier 5. The partners get the most of it, because they are the ones that actually make sure that we get our paychecks and we're able to do what we really want to do, which is build software. And guess what? That's why we're so damn good at it. So that's the difference. That's what this is all about. So either you're maybe thinking about being a Tier 5 partner, which is really not possible unless you're super lucky. So you just need to join the wait list and wait till the end of the month. And maybe if all the partners were like, well, let's let another person in on this because they could provide lots of value to us, you might be lucky enough to join the Tier 5 partnership. Or you can join the community. All right. So hopefully now you understand the difference of everything. Does everyone understand the difference between the Tier 5 community and the Tier 5 partnership? If you still need more information, just look all over this page. There's some up there. There's some right over there. Oh my gosh, there's some down here. Look down there. There's more information there and over there. Just check out all that information. Now I must go home now, okay? Get my nose. I got my nose. So now I'm going to go home. I hope you guys enjoy your day, your Saturday or your Sunday. I think if you're in Australia, it may be Sunday already, but I'm not sure. Anyways,